Hello, my name is David Clark. I'm a 40-year-old, proud father of three. I live in Denver, Colorado, and I'm an ultramarathon runner. I run races, foot races, in varying distance from 30 miles all the way up to 100 miles in length. That's what I am now. That isn't always what I was. I grew up, playing baseball both recreationally and competitively, and being in decent shape, spending a lot of time working out and doing things like that, until later in my adult life I got out of college and out of sports and into the workplace and started living a very sedentary lifestyle. I led a lifestyle that was very high profile, high stress. I owned a large business, and the recreational drinking that I was doing that started out this big seemed to explode to the point where it was all-encompassing and took up every single thought that I had. It blurred everything that was going on around me and caused me to focus on it entirely. During this process of being consumed by my addiction of alcohol and even painkillers, I became incredibly unhealthy. I weighed 320 pounds. I had a whole myriad of health problems and issues that I was seeing a doctor for, including high blood pressure. I was becoming a diabetic, and I was just wallowing in despair. And I had a good life. I had 2 kids at the time, my little daughter and my little son, Davey and Emily, and I just felt everything slipping away from me. I had so much to live for, and I had so many good things to focus on, and I couldn't get out of the hole that I was in. I tried everything to gain leverage on myself. I tried New Year's resolutions and thoughts of dumbing things down to a small, digestible lifestyle that maybe would allow me to not have so much stress, so I wouldn't drink so much. And I just tried every possible way to make changes outside of me and how I was thinking. I woke up one day by the grace of God, and I saw everything from a different perspective. I saw that I was killing myself, and that if I didn't make a change then, in that instant, at that moment, I knew I was going to die. And I couldn't think of what else to do, so I grabbed all the alcohol in my house and I dumped it down the drain. I went to an AA meeting. I slept or tossed and turned on my bed all night long, and I woke up the next day and I just went for a run. I couldn't think of what else to do. I really wasn't very good at running. I could manage about 15 seconds of running before I felt like my heart was going to explode, and I was sure that I was going to die. But I walked a little bit, and then I'd run, and then I'd walk, and I'd run. And I noticed that my mind started to clear. And as bad as my body felt at that moment, my mind felt better. So I came back, and I ran a little more the next day, and slowly my thoughts started to clear. I started to gain a new perspective on my life. My body started to change. And it was all because of this thing that had happened. I had started moving forward, literally and figuratively moving forward. Running is the vehicle that I chose to get this leverage on myself. I knew that I was affirming my choice to grasp sobriety every time I laced up my shoes and went out and ran. So it kind of became a test for me. Was today going to be the day that I let the voices in my head talk me out of my new lifestyle and back into my old one? Running to me is the most beautiful metaphor for change. We can use anything to change. We can focus our attention on positive thinking or art or music or cycling or exercise or anything that speaks to the individual. For me, what spoke to me was running because of its simplicity. And there's so few things in life that are so clear-cut. In running, if you go do the work, your body will change. It's a certainty. You can get the desired result you want if you just go do the work. So many times in business or in other areas, You can do the work, you can do the hard work and not get the results you want, and that doesn't happen in running. You might not get the exact result you want, but you're going to get a result, and one that you can change and modify. So running is what I chose to make this change in my life, and it's been a miraculous change, I have to say. I recently, on my 5th year, my 5th sobriety birthday, I went to the city of Leadville, Colorado at 10,000 plus feet in altitude and ran the Leadville 100-mile trail run. This was a 100-mile run, 50 miles out and 50 miles back through the Colorado Rockies. And to me, it was the ultimate journey and the perfect manifestation of everything that I'd been through. You run nonstop through the night, 30 hours to finish. Every step, every mountain, every hill, every tree you pass gets you a little closer to finishing this race. There's a tremendous amount of pain and struggle and beauty that exists when you're running ultramarathons that speaks to the heart and soul of what any person trying to make miraculous change is going through. If you focus on the simplicity of moving forward one step at a time, you will get there. That's how I've found recovery, that's how I've found sobriety, and that's how I've found peace in my life. Now I wake up every day and I make a choice. The trail or the trash. I choose the trail, and I choose the amazing gift that my life is today. Thank you.